Hey everybody, welcome back. Guess who? Yeah, I got another video about the Ampero Control and how I'm using it with the Quad Cortex, which I thought I'd share because I think it's kind of a cool use case that I think somebody would find interesting. And you could probably do the same thing with that M valve, the what's it called, M-Bave, or the chocolate. I think that really cheap 4-switch MIDI controller. I think we'll probably be able to do the same thing if it can send multiple MIDI messages per button. You should be able to do a similar thing with that, or any MIDI controller for that matter. So I love what led me to this was I like the hybrid mode. I like how, and you know, I was okay with that, giving me 4 switches to see the scenes and then 4 for the stomps. But then it was limiting me to the, you know, as far as how many I needed. Ended up needing more than 4 stomps, and so that's what led me to I saw this on Facebook Marketplace for like 75 bucks, and I thought I can use it for something. And anyway, I love it. It's cool. I'm not sure what these go for now, like new, but I don't think they're that expensive. Anyway, so what I was thinking was, man, if I had 4 more switches for my 4 scenes, which I've always used: clean, edge of breakup, rhythm, and then lead, you know, kind of a gain as far as gain levels go. So if I could have 4 dedicated to that, and then that would free up 8 stomps for me to use, you know, in any way that I wanted to. I thought, man, that would really be ideal. And because I'm not the kind of person that likes to have multiple presets set up. I like to have one preset that does everything. It's just less to think about. It may, or, you know, whether that's the smartest approach or not. I mean, you know, some people like to have one preset per song, and that's fine too. That works. It's just that if I want to make a change across the board, and I've got 40 presets, and I want to make a compressor change that, let's say, to all my presets, I've got to go into each one and make those changes. So that's why I like just having the single all-in-one preset, which you can download for free, my all-in-one preset from the cloud. And anyway, so that's what I'm going to demonstrate with. So I'm going to plug in the Ampero Control. So basically just all you need is power to this, and then MIDI out into the Quad Cortex. So MIDI out through into the MIDI in on the Quad Cortex. I'm just going to set this right here so you can kind of see it on the screen. I'm also going to pull up the MIDI CC list here. Also going to pull up the control also, so that you can kind of see the screen. So maybe I may or may not do that. Anyway, I like how I have these all planned out so well. Anyway, when I hit a switch, whatever mode that it's in, I don't want to have to like preset something to something. I just want to be able to hit a switch and it just do what I want it to do, regardless of what's going on, whether I'm in stomp mode, preset mode, whatever. I want this to dictate and just get me set up and ready to go without having to do anything. So the only thing you have to obviously consider is you gotta be on the preset that you want to be on. That's the main thing. So the CCs in this case that you need to know are 43, 46, and 47. So 43, if we look over here, that's your scene select. So that is ultimately what is the first MIDI message that has to go to the Quad Cortex. It's going to send, what scene do you want? So the CC values are 0 through 7. 0 being A, 1 being B, C, D, you know, so on and so forth. 7 being H, the last one. So since I have my scenes all set up on E, F, G, and H, I'm going to use 4, 5, 6, and 7 for that MIDI CC43 for my scene select here. So A through H. E through H is what I'm using. Those values are 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then the next one that has to happen is then I want it to switch to gig view. So you go to 46, CC46, and that turns on gig view. And then I'm going to send it a value of 64, which is going to turn it on. Okay? And then the next value I'm going to send is a 47, which is basically going to dictate which mode in gig view screen I'm going to be in. So I want it to be in Stomp mode. So you have to send it, actually, you know what? I think that, yeah, so, okay, so I don't know if this is a bug or not. And I need to let Neural DSP know, because that is not right. CC value of 1 is actually Stomp mode. 2 is preset mode, and 0 is scene mode. So the documentation is not right. So I went ahead and changed them all ahead of time before I did this video. So anyway, note to self, this documentation is not right, so follow what I'm telling you for now. Okay, so those are so 3 things are happening every time I hit a button. First thing, it's selecting the scene that I want. Second thing, it's turning on gig view. Third thing, it's setting it to Stomp view in the gig view, Stomp mode in gig view. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. All right, so now we're in the app. And as you can see, I've got my 4 foot switches. I'm clicking on there like it's gonna do anything. So I've got 4, and they're all essentially the same except for the first thing, which is the scene that I'm selecting. So as you can see, this value right here, this 4, and then the switch 2 is gonna go to 5, 3 is gonna go to 6, and 7. And then so 4, 5, 6, 7 is corresponding to E, F, G, and H. Okay? So as you can see, I've added, everything is set to single mode, and you have to send these 3 things for this to work. It's kind of the gist of it. And if we look at one of them, just so that you can see what's going on, the 10 is the MIDI channel type CC. The first value is the CC value. The second value is the on and off value. Keep clicking that like it's going to do something. So if you, for instance, wanted to do scenes A, B, C, and D, then this value here would be 0. That would be 1. That would be 2. And then that would be 3. And that would be the only thing you'd have to change for this to work with your Ampero Control. Okay, so we're just going to watch the screen here as best we can. So when I hit this first switch, so I'm on the preset, and this will work on any preset. I don't have to tell the MIDI controller which preset. Now, I could add another CC, a PC program change message to each one of these if you wanted to set up several different banks. So if you had like 2 presets and you wanted to put on bank 2, to load a specific preset and then bank up to load another preset. You can do that. You just have to add another MIDI CC, basically to change the preset value, which, let's see, which one is that? Program change. Yeah, so you'd have to get into the whole banking and set list program changes. Looper. Yeah, I don't even know how to begin to tell you how to do that. So anyway, you can do it. I don't know how to do it. So if you can see, maybe. Okay. So I'm gonna hit. So what's gonna happen now? It's gonna put me in scene. So if I go to scenes, it's gonna put me in this scene. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the scene up here. All right. So we know that I'm in that scene. So when I hit this button, it's gonna put me in scene E, which is the CC value is 4. So I hit that. And it changed to gig view, and now I'm in stomp mode, which is what I want. So now I can, obviously there's nothing that tells me which scene I'm on, but I know as I'm playing and going through which sound I want turned on and off. It'd be like having a 4-channel amp and having like your 4-channel amp switch thing. But I know when I'm playing that if I want clean, I'm gonna do that, and I'll show you. So now if I go to scene mode, see it's on, you can see it's on that scene. If I go here, you could see it switch really quickly. Or if I want this scene right here, I'm gonna hit the 3rd button, and now I'm in my medium gain scene. See? Or if I want my lead, I do that, just to show you that it switched to that. So the scenes are changing behind the scene, no pun intended, but this view never changes because I'm using the same, stomps for everything. Oh, you know what? I forgot. On this screen, it actually does tell you which scene you're in. Up there in the upper right-hand side. So, okay. That's something I never noticed that before. So if I hit, see it's going E, F, G, H, G, F, E, H. Yeah. So it's awesome. So anyway, just wanted to kind of show you guys that, how I'm using this, and when I'm playing, it's kind of basically just sitting here on the floor. You can't see it, but just right in front of my quad Cortex, I've got it kind of sitting there. I don't have enough room on my board to mount it, which would be nice, and maybe I'll get another board at some point and mount it. The other idea I had was I could actually put it, because I don't have there's actually room. It actually sits right up here perfectly, actually. And I can still see my stomps. So you could actually dual lock it to my cover, my quad Cortex cover up here, and do it that way. That might be kind of cool, actually. Anyway, I hope that was fun and useful to anyone that's got or thinking about getting this Ampero control. It's pretty awesome. Like I said, it's rugged, man. It's built like a tank. And the app is pretty great. It's very user-friendly. It was pretty easy to figure out. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you are into this kind of shit. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.